Yeah, hello and welcome back to race 2 from the Redbull ring here in the Ultimate Racing League in Paul's Racing Channel. And yeah, well, as I said, weather was coming and yeah, has it come for sure? Look at this, lights are on, weather is absolutely dreadful. We're just hoping that it's not going to be around for too long, this wet stuff, but we don't know for sure. So guys are certainly going to have to use their weather radar as they complete this race. So reverse grid, remember, just to tell you through the tyres as well, because of the conditions, they've changed the regulation slightly in race 2. So basically, you don't have to, normally it's the hard tyre, as you know, you have to run the hard tyre, as you know, at some point. Because of the conditions, it's going to be, use whatever compound you like here in this race 2. So obviously they're going to be on an intermediate or a wet tyre here to start with, by the looks of it, I would imagine. It'd be very brave if you're not. And then obviously, depending on how it goes, you can change. There will be a stop anyway for fuel that's required, but entirely up to the driver's choice as to what compound they want to use out of the 3 racing compounds, or 5 if you like, if it's still raining. So that's it basically. So here we go, reverse grid. Let's go from the top. Seamus in first, Kev in second, Pickle third, Team Silver in fourth, Harry Poppins in fifth, Paul sixth, Phil Mack in seventh, Flash in eighth, Bailey in ninth, and Aaron in 10th. Here we go then, this should be some fun. Let's go, watch those lights. Oh, and it's Team Silver, I think, who's had the full start this time. So it's Paul in race 1, Team Silver. That time though, it will go around him and he's going to do exactly what Paul done and go right to the back. As they head up to turn 1, it's James leading it off. Paul's got himself up to second already. Kev third. Oh, James well out onto the runoff there. Flash up the inside as well. Kev going backwards a little bit there. Can't get that traction, can he, in that BM. As Phil goes up the inside of him as well, on the outside even. Up to the hairpin. Now, steady up here, boys. Pretty good, actually. Everyone's... Oh, Seamus again. Didn't want to go there, did I? Wanted to go here. All pretty good round there. Wasn't a lot of traction out there, let me tell you. Seamus with half a second. Well, yeah, I think that was probably the combination of turn 1 and then the hairpin there, but oh, slides it round there to Seamus. My goodness me, he's not going to be the first, he's certainly not going to be the last. Oh, yeah, my goodness me, and who's that? That's Team Silver. He's, if I recall, didn't enjoy these conditions at all, but just lost it, didn't he? I think he put the power on it, decided to come round on him. Went up the inside of Harry Poppins there, didn't he? And then looked good at this point, and then all of a sudden, bang, on the throttle, and that was the end of that. So, down to 10th he goes. Seamus though, still holding it out, strong in first place. Paul and Flash, the 2 Ferraris, in second and third. It seems to be getting harder, the weather is actually tipping it down now. Oh, Seamus. Well, he didn't get as far as the penalty zone, did he? Let's have a look at this. No, I don't want that camera. I want this one. Got round there, didn't he? Now, what, did he just go straight on? He did. Yeah, just couldn't turn the car at all there. So that's going to put him right at the back. Plus, he's got the penalty as well, so he's going to be well off the pace by the time he gets back on. Team Silver just coming around behind him now. So it could be a long 30 minutes for these two. Flash has taken the lead now. So where did he take that lead? Oh, that was because of Seamus going off, and Paul had a moment, that allowed Flash, and now Flash is having a moment, and the 2 Ferraris having a bit of a dance around up there, coming into the final couple of corners. And then Phil Mack in third. Oh, runs wide does Flash. That could be a penalty. Oh, we got away with it. So 1-2 for the Ferraris at the moment. Phil Mack behind them though in third. Oh, both having a squiggly moment there, the Ferraris, weren't they? And then Aaron in fourth. So he's got himself up to fourth now from the back. Hit the hairpin for the second time. Kev having a good show there in 8th at the moment, and Seamus and Team Silver. Got the two Mazdas in 5th and 6th. I think most of the drivers are on intermediates at the start of this race. Just waiting to try and get a bit of it. Dry line, but as it goes, because it looks like the rain might have just actually stopped. Still a lot of standing water there, of course, but in terms of the rain itself, looks like it might have stopped. Well, for now, anyway. By the time this race finishes as well, it's going to be night time too, so we're going to have that thrown into the mix, as we're late in the afternoon here as it is, and with the gloomy conditions. Already looks like night time, doesn't it? But it's not, but it will be by the time the 30 minutes is up, as Harry Poppins now has got the fastest lap of 1:40. No, he hasn't. Oh, it's all changed. Team Silver, a 1:42.102. So there was about 3 different fastest laps there, one after the other. Flash is really pulling away now, actually. Getting a nice lead from his teammate Paul. As he do up here at the hairpin, it's Phil Mack attacking his teammate. Gets through there. Flash. And Paul and Phil. And Aaron and Harry Poppins and Bailey. And then Kevin Kickle having a little bow. It does look like he's... Oh, no, it doesn't actually. I was going to say it does look like he's drying off a bit, but no, actually, it looks just as bad as what it was. Oh, and Harry Pickle goes wide out there, and that's going to feel like quicksand in there with the damp conditions as well. Gets him all the way back to 10th as Team Silver goes through. Half a second penalty he's picked up as well. Seamus has made his way to 8th as well. Kev 7th. Henry Poppins all over the back of Aaron as well in 5th place and 4th place. The trouble is, you don't really want it to dry. Well, you do want it to dry, but if you're on the intermediates, you're going to be trying searching for as much wet as possible. Exactly what Flash is doing and what Aaron's doing, staying to the right, trying to get as much of that water or that wet surface as possible. Otherwise, them tyres ain't going to work properly. Must be drying if they're trying to search for all the wet patches here. Remember, when they do come in for the fuel, if they want to change, because you don't have to change tyres, you do have to fuel, but you don't have to change tyres. But if you do decide to, as Bailey attacks his teammate, if you decide to, you can go on whatever compounds you wish, whatever the weather you decide with the weather as it is. So Bailey up the inside there of his teammate, and Kev got through there as well. So what happened to Harry Poppins there? Was that just did he just have a bad corner? Well, he obviously let his teammate go through, and then Kev took a bit of an advantage and dived. A great move from Kev. What a move. I don't know how he got that stop, because he dived down there. It must be drying, because he would never have stopped there if that was like it was at the start. Still a lot of rooster tails going up, of course, although not so much now, but there's still a lot of... Mind you, that's on the curbs, isn't it? You don't want to be out there too much. That's going to be slippery out there. Seamus with the fastest lap. So all these fastest laps coming through, this is all the conditions that's doing this. People are feeling it a bit better as it dries out. A 1:38.362 from Seamus. Flash has just got that fastest lap now, 1:36.808. And he is pulling away all moment though at turn 1. A bit hot in there, but he controlled it. So still 1 and 2 for Ferraris. At the moment they're looking okay. Phil Mack's still lurking about in thirds, but hasn't really got any closer to Paul yet, has he? There's Aaron and Bailey have their usual battle going on there, 4th and 5th. Yeah, it's definitely drying now. Definitely drying. So, if you're on the inters, it's just a case of how long can you go on them before you need to change. Well, we're only 7 minutes in. Normally about the halfway mark, isn't it? 15 minutes or so around there that the guys decide they want to come in, so still got a bit of time on them. But of course, with the conditions as they are, they're going to be wearing quicker or not, depending on how you work them. All a guessing game at the moment. A lot for the drivers to think about while they're in the middle of the heat at the moment, and battles going on everywhere. Sliding it round, drifting it. There's Seamus. Oh. Imagine what that's like, that car in these conditions. Bad enough in the dry. Oh, and yeah, I thought he might get the far for a second. They're all trying to search for the water on the right hand side along that pit wall there. Window wiper going on Paul, so there must be a little bit of rain just coming down still. Yeah, all the window wipers are going, but oh, and here he comes, so the rain is back. So, oh, and that's Paul going wide. Right to the point the rain started as well as Phil, so they're all getting caught out there at the hairpin because of that rain that's just suddenly hit them at that point of the circuit. So it was drier along the start finish, wasn't it? But suddenly they hit that wet side of the circuit, and that was that. So just as Paul was catching Flash, he's now all over the place in that Ferrari along with Phil, sliding it everywhere. Aaron in 4th. And the two Mazdas, Bailey and Harry Poppins. Seamus with half a second penalty, I just see Flash up there. So, all being pretty cautious again, because that's coming down again, that weather. Yellow flag. What's the yellow flag? Has someone gone off? Was that from a previous incident? There's nothing there ahead of them, so no, that must be from another incident somewhere. Not sure why the blue flags are flashing, being shown, because there wasn't any slow cars there. Well, not out of sequence anyway. So, Bailey, Harry Poppins, Kev, up to 7th now, in at 22 BM. All over the pressure from Seamus. Look at this. I want Pickles in, so Pickles the first to blink. That's 10 minutes, so he's coming quite early. He's obviously had enough on those tyres, the intermediates. So he's going to, I don't know what he's going to decide to do as Seamus runs it. Well, they're both running wide at turn 1. It'll be good to see what he decides as Team Silver. That would explain why Team Silver was all over the place. He actually went out, he started on softs, believe it or not. That's brave. I think he might not be coming out on softs this time though. Or has he gone on to softs? Actually, he might be going on to softs, so wow, whatever. That's a brave call from Team Silver. Yeah, Pickles coming out in wets. He's not having any of that. As we go on board in there, coming out of the pits now. Yeah, Team Silver also wet, so yeah, he did start on softs. What they don't want now is it for the clear up and the sun to come out, because yeah, they're going to be not lasting very long, those tyres. There's Team Silver. There's our leader Flash, big lead as well. Over his teammate, who's Paul, who's got the fastest lap at the moment at 1:35.983. That was obviously before the rain came down, when he was catching his teammate Flash, because he's some way back behind him now. And he's running it wide again, and all struggling to get it turned around that right hander. There's Aaron having a look up the inside of Phil now. Or is it going to be a bit of contact? No, that's good racing there. So Aaron does get that third spot though. So now he's going to be chasing down Paul to try and get that second off him. Bailey lurking around in 5th too. On the back of Phil now. Obviously these guys are still all not coming. It's only been Pickle and Team Silver, I think, that have come in so far. But having a good little battle up here as they come to the hairpin. Not trying to not give it too much. And Seamus in the background gives it a little bit too much. He just managed to hold on to it, but kept it on track. There's Flash, still leads it. You can see the puddles there on the left, can't you? On the circuit, puddles everywhere. That's what some of the guys will be searching for if it does start to dry up again. But this rain has, well, what are we, nearly halfway through, and it's been quite persistent, hasn't it? So it's not the short, sharp shower that we was hoping for. This could be here for the full 30. At the moment, though, Flash is managing it okay. Leading the field. Paul in second. Aaron in third. Phil, and then Bailey. Fourth and fifth. Bailey trying to get past Phil here. Harry Poppins, his teammate, not far off as well, in sixth. Seamus is also coming in, wants to have a little go, have a little bit of fun with these guys ahead of him. Yeah, it's drying, easily drying it now. You can see there's a bit of a dry line coming, isn't there? You can see it visible on the screen now. It's still wet out there, of course, but you can see where the wet and the dry is on there. Kev also not a million miles off the back of these guys. So it's going to be really, really interesting when they all start to pile in the pit lane. That's these two who's already come in. Will it work to these advantage? By the time they all come in, Pickle could be round and he could be taking advantage of some of these positions. Ninth spot at the moment. Team Silver. I think he's struggling, isn't he, out there at the moment? 10th spot, just can't seem to get it together here after a good race one. Still got, oh, I was going to say still got 15 minutes yet still, but that's not going to help, is it? Lost it big time there. Going to put him even further back. So nightmare here for Team Silver. Throwers are still going, Flash searching for those wet patches, but they're still going in first and second, and Paul looks like he's catching Flash again. I seem to prefer it just as it dried off. The Ferrari seemed to be pretty good. I seem to be able to catch my teammate, and then I'd make a silly mistake, or the weather would change again, I'd lose all that momentum, but second for me at this point. Aaron in third, still closely followed by Phil in fourth, and then the two Mazda still finding it out of Bailey. Not really, it's like he dropped back a little bit, doesn't he? He's under pressure from his teammate. He won't go past him, his teammate, because he'll let him have as many points as possible, but I think he might have made a mistake somewhere, Bailey, because he was looked like he was closing in on the back of Phil, but looks like it's a bit further back now, so maybe a little error somewhere. Seamus still looking good in seventh. Oh, and he dives in, so Seamus is coming in. How about Kev? Yep, he's had enough too. So them two are in. So let's see what they come out of next time. Pickle, there he is. I don't think, oh, he might go gain a couple of spots here, courtesy of and Team Silver's in again, so that's the second stop for Team Silver. He's had enough. He's going on something else. You know what? He thought I might as well go through the complete set of compounds here till I can find one that's good for me. This Pickle comes round. Now, does he get that 7th spot off of Kev and Seamus? He should do. And he does at that point. The turn 1. I don't know where the other guys are, if they're going to be coming out. Doesn't look like it. Can't see them. No, so he does get the 7th then. So that's 7th for Pickle then. Oh, and it has closed up. Paul has got up to the back of Flash, so now what can Paul do? Can he take that lead off his teammate? Although it's going to be time to come in soon, I would have thought, for refuelling. So it might just come at a bad time for Paul in terms of having the stop. So let's have a look. Do they come in at this point? Looks like Flash is staying to the right hand side. Yeah, he's in. Paul's not. So Paul's going to take up the lead. As we see Flash coming in. Paul's going to have another lap. So he's into the first spot now, is Paul. And Aaron and Phil in as well. So Paul in first then. Bailey second. Henry Poppins in third. Second penalty there. I think he might have just picked that up. Actually, it might have been a combination of a couple of penalties there. But 1 second anyway. For track limits presumably somewhere. And then we've got Phil. He's in. Being serviced. Along with Flash who's just coming out now. So let's see where he comes out. Looks like he's going to be full spot. Yep, so full for Flash. So he hasn't lost as much then as he was in first. Comes out in fourth, so that's pretty good. Aaron also comes out now. He's on softs now. That's a brave call. Although it is drying, so maybe it will be enough for him. Let's see. So Aaron 6th, Phil in 7th, Seamus 8th, Kev 9th, Team Silver in 10th. Phil up the inside of Aaron. I think Aaron just let him go there. Just waiting for his tyres to warm up a bit, although not going to warm up that much in these conditions, but we'll see how that one plays out. Let's see if Paul comes in to the pit lane. Here he goes. So Paul's in. What about Bailey? Yeah, he's in too, so the two leaders are in. That leaves Harry Poppins. Got to come in. Yep. So Harry Poppins is in. So Flash then, what can he do? Looks like he's going to take up that lead again quite easily. Comes around those final couple of corners. They've only just gone in. So from first to the pit lane to 4th place, and then back to first again for Flash. And he's got a lovely lead. So could he get victory here, Flash, in race 2 in these conditions? Still being serviced, Paul, Harry Poppins. In fact, Paul's coming out now as we go on board. He's going to stay in second then, is Paul. Bailey comes out in third. I think just ahead of Pickle. In fact, Pickle gets him. Pickle just gets Bailey. So Pickle up to third. I think Harry Poppins, I can't imagine, will pass his teammate, or perhaps he will. Mind you, he's only just come out the pit lane, hasn't he, Bailey? But it's 5th for him. Phil Mack in 6th. So it's all about now who's made the right choice of tyres. Aaron there at 7th spot with Seamus in 8th. And then Team Silver. Sorry, Kev in 9th, and then Team Silver in 10th. Oh, why is Kev? That's wrong, isn't it? Okay. It looks like Kev's in 10th spot to me, but okay. Oh, unless Team Silver's obviously been lapped, hasn't he? Yeah, well, he came in twice, didn't he? So that's what that is. Yeah, of course. So he's ahead of Kev, but he's behind Kev in terms of positioning on on track. So he's having a nightmare with Team Silver. Oh, is that Phil having a look at Bailey? Oh, it's all getting close here, isn't it? Between these 4 or 5, if you include Seamus as well. Was that a little tag there from... Oh, and Bailey, well, there you go, he's gone. Let's have a look again. So it's all close, wasn't it? It was getting a bit too close and personal up here at this final corner. Aaron's up the inside of Phil, might have been a little bit of side by side there, and all of a sudden, Bailey just, what happened there? He was just going straight, and suddenly he's facing the wrong way, and gets it going, but remains in 8th spot. And Kev has also had a... Sorry, that wasn't Kev, that was Team Silver. So his disasters continue. Let's have a quick look. Oh, it's a lovely shot. I mean, it's very pretty, but not good for him. Let's have a look what happened. Final corner as well. Oh, that was before the corner. Must have hit a puddle or something there. Just, wow. Oh, and still can't get it going. The power of that Corvette. Now, can he get it going again, or is he just going to continue to make circles? No, gets it done this time. So, be unfortunate for Team Silver. I'll be hoping this is over soon, this race. We've just got 7 minutes, so it'll be over soon. As Flash remains in 1st spot. Paul in 2nd. So 2 Ferraris have got a lovely lead, actually. So Team Ferrari are... could have this one wrapped up in 1st and 2nd spot. So yeah, with 7 minutes left. Because then we've got Pickle in 3rd, but he's some way behind. I mean, it's good, he's in 3rd, that's good for him, considering he was one of the early ones that came in, so I wonder how his time and fuel's doing. So can he stay in 3rd? That's the question. Having come in early, must be very close, as he played a blinder to get himself on that podium here. Harry Poppins in 4th, Aaron in 5th, Phil in 6th, as they scream at the back post, 7 for Seamus. And then a big gap back to Bailey after his mistake. Back to 8th spot for him. Kev 9th. And Team Silver, wherever he is. Oh, he's sitting there again on the side. That's becoming like the Team Silver show. In fact, I think he couldn't get it started. I think he just not give up, but he couldn't get the car started, and surprised safety car didn't come out there. But well, we are well into the race now, so that wouldn't be called. But they're going to have to get him moved from there, unless he can get the car started. Can he? Oh, he can. Yeah, maybe he was just having a bit of a breather. He's off and running again anyway. Flash in 1st. He's pulled in 2nd. Still, they are pulling away from the rest, but Paul can't get any closer to Flash now. And here comes the darkness. Nightfall. Said we were going to get it by the time we get to the end, and 5 minutes left, so we are going to have a 5 minutes race. And the rain comes back as well. Look at this. My goodness. So we've got darkness and rain. Oh, and Paul's can't get that stopped. He's almost done a Seamus, and struggling to get that turned around the S's. Keeps it there though, fortunately. As I say, the gap's big enough behind him to not lose him anything, other than a bit of time from Flash. But Flash has got this one under control, hasn't he? Just got to see it through now. These last 4 or 5 minutes. Terrible conditions. So this rain it hasn't let off at all, as it was. There's been a few moments where it's stopped, but all in all, it's been raining all the way through. I think this is Team Silver sitting up here. I think he's whatever mechanical problem he had. Yeah, there he is. The gremlins have hit him again, and I don't think he's getting that one started. So, well off the racing line though, of course. So he should be alright to to stay where he is. Battle going on here between Pickle. So Pickle has been caught by Phil and Harry Poppins. So maybe Pickle's having to start to fuel save a little bit as Phil goes past him, or will be, or maybe not. He has. Yeah, so up to third goes Phil, and now Harry Poppins having a go at Pickle, see if he can get through. I think Pickle's struggling now with having a fuel save, or the tyres have just gone as Harry Poppins easily gets past him there. Now Seamus is piling on that pressure. Look at them blue lights on that car, look. Wow, it looks like, I don't know, just looks really neat, doesn't it? Oh, not at that point it doesn't. That looks cool, really cool, with the red rear lights and that blue down the side there. Some sort of spaceship it looks like, doesn't it? Sick for him though, good result so far for him. Aaron, what's he doing back there in 7th? I don't think I've caught the moment. He's had a moment though, hasn't he? If he's back there in 7th spot, I don't think I'm going to catch it, so can't give you that replay of the whatever it was, but clearly he has a moment somewhere. Bailey in 8th, so you're two title contenders, 7th and 8th, and again Bailey running it wide, so he's not enjoying this either, is he? Not now, not at this point. A couple of minutes to go. Just from the aftermath of that, I think that was Kev trying to get out of the way of. Let's have a look. Phil was catching him. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I know Kev just kind of, I think he was trying to get out of the way actually. He's got damage now as well, but Phil actually hit him. So Phil might have a bit of damage too. Harry Poppins took advantage of it anyway, got himself to 3rd spot, didn't he? Let's have a quick look again. Yeah, look, I think the damage from Phil, or the, yeah, just went past him, didn't he? Harry Poppins, like he was standing still. So up to 3rd he goes, Phil to 4th. So he'd be a bit pleased with this, Harry Poppins, after that little technical glitch that he had in race 1, where he had to basically give or drop 2 spots. So he's going to like this if he can get himself on the podium here. We've got basically a minute to hold out. Phil will make it hard for him, assuming he hasn't got too much damage from hitting Kev. And now Seamus up to 5th. So the spaceship, although might get a penalty for that, but got a gap behind him, big gap behind him, so it ain't going to matter too much. So the spaceship in 5th. Harry Poppins still searching for them wet patches there. Team Silver being passed by Flash, our leader. As he comes round, it's going to be the final lap, I think, for him. So he could take victory here for Flash. There's his teammate Paul in 2nd. Even bigger gap now for these boys. But this battle goes on, and Phil's had a moment now. And he's going to drop back. Oh, almost gets in the way of Seamus. So that's going to drop him down to 5th. Let's go back to our leader as he comes round the final corner for the final time to take victory here in race 2 under tricky conditions. He's done well, Flash. Really, he's been out in front from the start. Bit of showboating here now, I think. But whatever he's doing, yeah, I think he's just showboating. But congratulations to Flash. Race winner. Race 2. Paul's going to come in. His teammate in 2nd spot. So Ferrari 1 and 2. And then Harry Poppins will get that 3rd spot. That will make up for his disappointment from race 1. Paul will get that fastest lap at the moment anyway, unless he gets beaten by anybody at the end. So third for Harry Poppins. Seamus with a good fourth in the end. Well done. Fifth for Phil after his little spin. Aaron will come in sixth spot. And then we've got Bailey in seventh. He didn't get another lap in. Pickle in eighth. Kev will come in ninth. And Team Silver, we know, will come in 10th after his disastrous race. So, what a great, cracking race that was. Hope you enjoyed watching that. And yeah, join me again for the final round next time. I think we head back to Japan, actually, to the Kyoto Park. That should be fun. And well, hopefully you can join me then. And I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.